Welcome back to Oddspite Rides. Today we're gonna check up on the 2026 Kove 510X, a mid-sized adventure bike, a great all-rounder, offering a great balance between performance, comfort, versatility, and even off-road capabilities. So, a little bit about the brand itself. Kove is a Chinese brand. It was established back in 2017 by a long life enduro and motocross rider and enthusiast Zhang Zhu, which can be proved by them being the first Chinese company that entered the SSP 300 championship back in 2022, and they were the first ones to actually win it just last year, 2025. So they are already building up their performance credibility, just like KTM did. Since 2022, after they established themselves in China, they entered international markets, and with it also the European market, where they are offering the ADV and off-road focused machines, positioning themselves as the lighter, cheaper and more tech-heavy option than the competition. Gotta say, they definitely should not be ignored, especially not after this point. So let's check a little bit about the design. So we have pretty standard enduro look with a parrot-like beak, a singular headlight with separate blinkers, a glass protector which can be also adjusted and lifted. With it you can also probably purchase a taller one, protection for your hands from the wind and rocks flying at you. On the side we have the steel protection frame, which comes in standard. We have some mimicry of the vents, adds more aggressive styling. Quite a lot going on right here. Pretty comfy seats, especially for the longer rides. And in the back it becomes even narrower than it is in front. So we got a very nice headlight with two divisions and also separate blinkers, a nice mud protection, and a singular exhaust pipe with two exhaust holes. It is good looking bike. It's a solid bike. It's definitely polished. It's not just thrown together. There's been a lot of thought put into it, which also adds to the nimbleness and lightweight in the end of the day. So the bike itself is 2.2 meters long, 935 meters, wait a second, 0.935 meters wide and 1.4 meters tall, with a wheelbase distance of 1.48 meters. So it's just around about 10 centimeters shorter than the Truss, meaning it's a little bit less stable on the higher speeds, so highway, but at the same time it offers more versatility, more flickability, and it's maneuverable better at slower speeds. So for the powertrain, it is powered by a 498cc parallel twin, which is liquidly cooled, and it outputs 35 kilowatts of power, or roughly 47 horsepower at 8,500 rpm, and also offers 45 newton meters of torque. So it is, since it's a parallel twin, quite a punchy engine. It has a very linear power curve, and it likes to root quite high, all the way up to 13,000 rpm. And the power is transmitted through the chain, through 6-speed gearbox, delivered of course to the rear wheel as usual. The bike is positioned quite high at it has 210 millimeters of ground clearance, and it is a stock protected by the engine cover. So regarding the suspension, is provided by KYB with their inverse forks, offering full adjustability in front and in the back shock. And they have in front 210 millimeters of walk, and in the back 195. And the braking is provided by Nissin. So in front we have the dual discs with 2 piston caliper, and in the back we've got a single piston caliper. So the braking is great. I never had an issue with stopping. Of course, those components I also noticed on CBR 600RR actually. I'm not sure if they're the same, but well, the brands are there, you know. Oh yeah, and they are both ABS, which can be also turned off only for the rear wheel or all together. So this bike weighs 205 kilograms dry, and If you fill up that 20-liter fuel tank, you get that 220 kilos, which is around about 10 kilo lighter than the competition. So the main competitors would be, let's say, Honda NX 500 from the Japanese, maybe versus 650, but that's a bigger engine. We get there right away. And from the Chinese side, we have CFMOTO MT450, Benelli TRX 502. So it is positioned as the great balancer among these. Now, what to mention, what's really good on this bike, as you look at it, this is stock. Now, in the rear we also have the cases, so this has to be purchased additionally for 800 euros, but everything else comes stock. So the protection, if the bike falls, is there. We got the mud protection, we even have the stand, everything here, that's stock, and even those handlebar protectors, which is usually needs to be additionally purchased with other manufacturers in case of Transalp, or if we're speaking about that, even we have electricity right here, and this is also usually not there, you have to purchase additionally, hashtag Transalp. And Africa Twin, and you spend 3,000 euros more easily. But here, this is such a purchase, fuel it up and ride type of bike. And for 800 euros you can also purchase those boxes if necessary. So the seat is 830 millimeter high, so if I take a seat on it, I can comfortably reach the floor. I am at 1.81 meters tall. I feel great on this bike. It does a little bit, I feel it a little bit on the legs, but it's great, it doesn't cut into it, and I'm really comfortable on that bike. So since we're already here, let's also check this handlebar. So it's a very narrow handlebar. I was riding for 2 hours yesterday straight up, no problems at all. You can even ride it with no hands. It's such a stable bike. And let's check the infotainment. We've got 5-inch full color TFT display. It reminds me a little bit of the one that Honda had, and it's very straight up, very simple to use. You just press set, you have options, just a few options, you know. You got ride mode, ABS mode, traction control, which can be turned off, of course, connection, you can connect Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You got also tire information. You can set the screen to brighter, and it also turns black or white depending on the light you're in. Language is English, Chinese or Spanish. And units, of course, you can also switch. You have information such as fuel consumption, 4.6 liters I see. Also how many kilometers we did, and that's pretty much it. It's very straight up. You get all the information on the main dash. You have 2 driver modes, so sport and eco. I didn't personally notice much difference, but they are there. So we have the fuel gauge, time, you have temperature of the motor, you have the roue counter, speed, of course, the distance, odometer. And that's pretty much it. What else do you need? The information about the engine itself on the side, and lights and stuff like that. Yeah, here we have also the socket, 120 watt socket, and normal USB. You just use it there. I will say water resistant. Waterproof is a very strong word. But otherwise the handlebar is very simple, you know. You have a clutch, you have a brake, you have start the engine, you have the hazard light. Here you also turn off the engine if necessary. Here you have the long beam. Also you can do that manually with the press of a button, long, short. This is buttons to change stuff on the dash, as we did before, blinkers and a horn. And that's it. Pretty straight up, because you know, you don't need much, you're gonna be driving anyways. Ah yes, and you can also actually use some space below the co-driver's seat right here. Here we have some, you know, software, or let's say electrical wiring, so we can still put some stuff if necessary right here. It is closed by the press, and that's it. So without further ado, let's go test ride it. So put in the key, stand. We have a nice Kove animation. greeting us with all of the lights and the completely unrealistic speed, but yeah. So right off the bat, the parallel twin is punchy as expected, but because it's a smaller displacement, it's much more maneuverable. You can keep it in the first gear. You see, the first gear actually has no one, it is a minus, so this you have to get used to it. It is a bit confusing, but you learn it in 1 minute. Otherwise it gets to very low speeds, no problem. We keep it in sport mode. Let's see the versatility and angling. You do a pretty small circle with it. It does get a little bit rumbly, of course, but it's very easy to ride. Up a little bit like Transalp, you know, just chilling right here. Yeah, the gas pedal is ride by wire, and sadly we have no quick shifter on this bike, but it's forgivable. It's very easy to operate still. It is quite lively. It's a very nice bike. Has character. Let's check the road now. Easy. If I made it with Africa Twin, I will make it with this as well. Oh. Very well balanced, it's very clickable, it's very nice. I got nothing to say, it's just on the same level as Transalp was, but for almost, or actually almost half a price, especially with the add-ons. Yeah, it's also very loud, it's tunnels, and all the bass. So the 2026 Kove 510X, a great mid-sized enduro bike. It does everything. It's truly a jack of all trades. It has performance, it's versatile, it can do off-roading as we saw. It's not too much, of course. It has some compromises such as stability on the higher speeds and the top speed, but you don't need more than 130 to be realistic, except in Germany perhaps. It has everything, really. The tech, nothing lacks there. The only thing is maybe cruise control, and some stuff can be improved, I mentioned before. But otherwise, especially for the price, 6,500 euros, that's insane value for money, guys. Nothing really can beat this at the moment, and I think you should give it a try. Go test ride it, link is in the bio. Who is this bike for? Somebody who is already done with the beginner bike, I would say, but still wants to lean towards longer rides and maybe some off-roading, but it's not quite sure yet. Looks for a daily commuter, so if he lives from the other city and he wants to ride daily, it's a great option. Or weekend escapes, it's awesome, especially for the money again. I mean, nothing is missing. It's a great bike, so go give it a try and let me know in the comments what you think about it. Please subscribe and see you next time. Ta-da! Oh yeah, and if somebody is interested to add an extra layer of protection, you can buy this AirTag holder. It simply screws on, and it has this rubber band which can be used to fix. For this bike, I can just put it like this, hide it right here, ta-da, it's gone, and your bike is on your iPhone. So you also can choose among those 4 colors additional to the black. So if you're interested in purchasing one, link is down in the bio. Add that layer of protection.